OG Hosmad. This is Pep Monk.
Yes, I am Pep Monk. Hi, how is everybody doing today on this fine day?
Y'all are in for a little bit of a treat. I don't know who Pret's playing today. I guess Lucina.
KeMonito.
KeMonito. A Rosalina and Luma.
Okay.
Yeah, Byleth. Okay. This is. I'm not sure I've ever seen this once in my life. I'm not sure I've
You
seen
and me
this
both,
matchup
to be honest.
a single time, and I am interested in seeing what's going to happen about it. But
Depending on how the Rosalina plays, that's probably going to just decipher how these two are going to want to play the neutral, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like the Rosalina is a bit more aggro than I would say, like, I guess the Buzz or something.
I mean, I played friendly with KeMonito earlier, and in certain situations, he's not afraid to just like let Luma do the dumb projectile.
Okay.
But when he gets in, I mean, he knows his strings, so why wouldn't you? Oh my God.
Pret is already at 84%. I feel like if I was Pret playing Byleth, I would probably just like kind of like suss out what KeMonito wants to do, maybe like a bait or something like that, especially since Byleth seems to be a little slower than Rosalina. I'm not sure if that's just the case or if that's just how Pret, you know, he mostly likes to play a little bit more of the more patient game.
Yeah, Pret plays so like solid for the most part and just disciplined. Like, if you ever see Pret pick up a character, you're like, Pret's gonna do all the things that are fucked up about that character. Like, and he's gonna, you know, no shade. He's gonna do it well. Like, that's what it means to be okay at it. So I'm expecting to see like that down tilt to up air, right? Like,
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Yeah, most of them are just kind of. Okay, that was a nice grab.
I like that.
Okay, 156%, and Rosalina is doing an edge guard, but
Not quite working.
seems like Pret is catching on to some of Rosalina's antics. Wow, that was a good setup. Wow.
That was so
Even
cool.
Pret was like, what the heck was that?
KeMonito head bopping and Pret like,
All right, okay, going for the up smash.
I thought we were going to see some Luma shenanigans, but Luma was dead.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right,
Yep.
now even stock again.
And Luma is just so like important in a lot of these situations. Oh,
Very setup heavy, seems like, relying on the Luma too.
yeah, setup heavy, but a lot of these just like straight hit combos. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you get caught in Luma jab, like some of the stuff that Rosa can do to set up is wild. See?
Yeah, things like that.
3 times in a row, just like whatever. do something about it.
I mean, hey, KeMonito has the percentage lead, so might as well, you know,
Yeah.
take advantage of that. Okay. Pret is almost easing his way into this matchup. I feel like he's just trying to get like something, you know, going. I feel like that's all you really can do against a Rosa, and kind of waiting until Luma dies. But KeMonito's okay. Not get the edge guard properly.
Oh, no,
this
that's
tech though,
tough.
wow.
That's bad. That's rough. KeMonito looking kind of healthy right now. It doesn't need to be the aggressor here. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna be. Oh my gosh, these big little strings.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, KeMonito doesn't really need to be aggressive right now because he has the stock lead. But I guess rack up the percentage as much as you can. Ooh, wow, almost a drag down.
We are like, you know, I don't think we're in danger of timing out, but if you're KeMonito, you don't worry about it, right? You
Yeah.
have a good, like, healthy lead. You can just do chip damage for a minute, not get hit by
wow.
everything.
Lucky
Oh my
arrow.
gosh.
I forgot that. I keep forgetting like what Rosalina could do because I just don't really see Rosalina that much. So.
No, it's this can very much be a matchup check depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like if you're a top player in this region, you know Rosaluma because of the buzz.
Because of the
but-
funny man.
Because of the funny man, but the king of New York, but everyone else, we
Yeah,
don't play against them
that's
that
true.
much, right?
This is definitely very doable for Pret too, but 108%, he really needs to be careful not getting hit by any strays from Luma. Okay, Luma's down. He could use this to get in. Ah, but
that
the fair edge guard. Okay.
Sheesh. A clean little JV2 from KeMonito. I don't know. What do you think Pret does different game 2? Do you think he switches? Do you think he adopts a different game plan?
I think he could do it with Byleth. I think getting the game plan would probably to start with like getting rid of Luma at all times because it seems like KeMonito doesn't really know what, well, not doesn't really know what but to do, but it seems like he relies on Luma a little bit more than I guess Pret isn't catching on to at the moment. But besides that, yeah, just getting rid of Luma and then just getting in there once KeMonito seems more afraid and waiting for Luma, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. KeMonito's not doing, I mean, right, it's half the character. KeMonito's not doing as much without Luma, and KeMonito is perfectly fine to just chill.
Yeah.
And if you're not, like, punishing the, like, I can just hang out,
Yeah.
then, like, why would they not be at full power at all times?
That's true, yeah. All right, we're getting into game 2. They selected Town, or was it Smash? I didn't see what the stage was.
I think it was Town.
Okay. So Town and City.
Could be wrong. They all look alike.
Seems like okay, so it was Town.
Okay.
So it seems like Pret wants to be a bit more have a bit more space, I guess, in this matchup.
I mean, already a much better looking start at first. I was thinking like, you know, what if side B's good in this matchup? I mean, Pret did it earlier last game and it worked out really badly because it hit Luma and he was able to get punished by Rosa. But if you can hit both of them, it's a huge sweeping move.
Ooh, that edge guard is very scary too. Yeah, I feel like oh man, that voice crack. I feel like with just getting separating the two, kind of like with Ice Climbers. I feel like that's the same, you know, type of game plan you kind of want to have when it comes to like characters like this, where they mostly heavily rely on something. Wow, that almost
There it is.
KeMonito's definitely feeling himself. He's moving even faster, I think, than game 1. So is Pret though. So I feel like they're both trying to match each other's speeds.
Yeah, they're clearly like they've clearly noticed some things about each other and they're like adapting. It's just gonna be a matter of it's interesting because I feel like you really do want to just beat the shit out of Luma in this matchup, right? I don't know if you want to separate them because, like, you see all these setups where on the way back, Luma will, like, do like an
But then you could just bait it, I guess, because then if they're expecting you to punish one or the other, you know, then you could just be mindful of, like, okay, well, Luma is definitely going to always come back anyway. You know?
Yeah, of course.
So it's not like a huge desync like Ice Climber, so eventually you're going to have to, like, be mindful. Kind of like a boomerang from Link, almost in a way. Like a living
that's
boomerang.
That's a smart way to think about it. Yeah. You just got to be worried, like, careful about it on the way back, and then, you know, as with any fighting game, if you can tell what your opponent's about to do, it gets a lot easier. Okay.
87% to 12. Okay. Luma and Rosa are both separated now. Luma's back though. Wow. Okay. Nice. Nice being mindful of the Luma.
Yeah. Exactly. Pret just shielding and moving on. Like, there's no reason right now why KeMonito wouldn't pull the trigger on a Luma attack coming back. Right. See right there. If Pret's not chasing after Rosalina, then Luma can do whatever he wants on stage.
I feel like another thing that Pret should be doing then, if he knows that, well, maybe because he's just being more mindful of edge guarding Rosa rather than worrying about Luma, is I guess when Rosalina is off stage, you might as well just try to kill Luma whenever Luma can't really do anything.
Yep.
Wow, that up air.
Ooh. KeMonito just absolutely sharking with these up airs at the top. What the hell?
But Pret had a shark of his own. Try to get
pick it up from so far.
Okay, the fair kills.
It's, you know what's funny about this game is it has seemed, like commentating and watching, it has seemed like KeMonito has been in such a strong lead the whole time.
Okay.
But Pret is perfectly keeping up, right? After KeMonito gets a kill, Pret immediately gets one. I mean, I'm absolutely jinxing it.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like KeMonito just has like a little bit more of like an ideal of like how to get his percentage a bit higher and a bit faster than Pret, because I feel like Pret is trying to like catch a few strays, but because of Luma and because of Rosalina being able to be a bit more floatier and get out of certain situations, he could just kind of like do a bit more than Byleth at this point.
It feels a lot like KeMonito's percentage is based on KeMonito's game plan and Pret's getting strays. Right?
Yeah. But see, like this, for example, like it seemed like KeMonito was like being a bit more patient because just waiting for Luma, and I feel like that's the time where Pret needs to like be a bit more aggressive, at least more aggressive than he was, allowing KeMonito to just take a back seat.
Now this is
wow.
This is Rosalina and Luma die percentages.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of Luma.
But it's also Byleth percentage if he's not careful.
Oh! That was a particularly well-timed piece of commentary.
Well.
Yeah, that's tough. This matchup looks kind of difficult.
Yeah. I just don't know how Pret's other characters would go about this. Yeah, there it is. Maybe Joker would have worked better. I'm not sure. But again, like Rosalina, like at least from what I'm seeing right now, I don't even know how Rosalina plays like against all the casts. So it's kind of like I'm just assuming. All right.
Ooh,
Yeah, that setup was nasty.
So
yeah,
gross.
that setup was crazy.
Yuck.
Look at Pret's face. He's just like, what the hell is that?
Okay, fine. Stop. Ah. A clean 2-0